Time for Joy News Interactive, and Aisha joins us again. Hello, Aisha.
Hello, Arba.
All right.
Good to see you again. And anyway, I noticed that you and Miss G were wearing the same design.
Yes, different variations, but similar.
I was thinking that you planned, but I was told it's just a coincidence. It was nice, though.
It was.
Well, time to get interactive, and you know how to join the biggest conversation ever. It's on facebook.com/Joy News on TV. On Twitter, it's on Joy News on TV, and on WhatsApp it's 0560800000. And please send your name and location when sending the message, and please don't call. All right, so MPP Vice Presidential candidate Dr. Mahama has described the current state of Ghana's economy as one whose foundation is of straw and not concrete, adding the Mahama-led NDC government has destroyed the solid economic foundation it inherited from the NPP. Whilst a section of the public feel Dr. Bawumia is being political with the figures, others feel he painted a true picture of the current state of the economy. So we're asking you to, in your own words, describe and justify the current state of the Ghanaian economy.
I would say the Ghanaian economy is struggling just because we have not been able to meet all our set targets. Inflation, government is unable to meet person needs and to pay wages and all other things. So I think that is what I describe the economy is struggling.
Just we know, it's by the favor of God. Since this economy is not favored the young people, the new generation that we are picking up. I mean, you know what's going on in those countries, the economic hardship, but our leaders are not telling us the truth. Always they defend themselves because they want their own. But we, as a young person, I know the economy is not favored, but it's just a favor from God that we are still living in this country.
For me, it is shaky right now because, you know, things are so expensive now. And when you actually want to do something you have been doing before easily, right now you have to do extra, you have to add extra. Standard of living, if things are expensive, that means people cannot be able to live.
The Ghanaian economy is a failure because nothing works. Nothing is so I think we are not going anywhere as a country.
When I came to Ghana, it was better. Like, you can get a bag of pure water for us pesos. But now it's like risky. We also knew that they had an inflation recently. But it's really not that bad. Although it's bad, but it's really not that bad. We can at least still manage to survive. So compared to the neighboring African countries and the problem we are having now, it has been stable for a while. Yeah.
And a lot more comments are on Facebook. Arba will help us read them.
Yes, indeed. Prince Bang says, no government in Ghana's history has had more resources from loans and taxes than the current Mahama government. After 8 years of NDC, Kolebu Teaching Hospital should be competing with Cromwell and St. George's Hospital in Tooting. I believe that's in the UK. We should be boasting of superhighways, bullet trains, and a vibrant economy, not cheap compounds and elevation of mediocrity and propaganda. Hashtag change is coming. Prince Nuruddin Bawumia says most of the data interpretation of Dr. Bawumia is for non-partisan advantage, and it's obvious to Ghanaians to decide. Dr. Bawumia emphasizes on a high unemployment rate, per capita income declining, protracted dumso in the country, scandalous interest rate, imposing high taxes on the ordinary Ghanaian, and many more. Change, hashtag change is coming. Let's see. Do you have any others on?
Okay, Aziz Donla from WA says, Bawumia's lecture yesterday was full of inaccuracies and misleading. He needs to up his game. This one says, we are in trouble with JM. You didn't add your name. Jumo from Sekwa says, Ghana's economy is a dead goat economy. And this one says, we teacher trainees are saddened by our president's statements. Okay, he's still talking about the president's response to the teacher trainees allowance. And Papa Teku from Koforidua says, Dr. Bawumia, it's a fact that our economy is suffering. Dr. Bawumia only elucidated the true picture of our ailing economy, and it's from Papa Tieku. This one says, Aisha, let's not pretend the economy has nosedived. I mean, let's speak the truth. Mahama can't fix it, so we need to boot this incompetent people. Those are some of the comments.
Aisha, I have a few more comments. Bawa Abdul Rahman says his lecture is so biased and full of rundowns, so pessimistic. His economic principles favor only his MPP party. He's academically dishonest. And Alidu Abdullah says Baumia is a liar without borders and deserves no attention from the Ghanaian public. Also, Mahama Bahkujo says hashtag Operation 57% for JM on course. I will never appoint a habitual sleeping manager. They will use 10 years to resolve Dumso, but they required John Mahama to resolve Dumso in 3 years. Ayazu, Ayaza. So depending on where people stand, you know, they're making. And
Dr. Graham Alexander from Kita says the NPP should give us a break. Where has he been long ago that he never gave us this lecture, but to give us now to score cheap political points? They will lose again. And it's from Dr. Graham Alexander. Now, some smaller political parties and the opposition NPP are criticizing the Electoral Commission for charging what it describes as exorbitant filing fees from presidential and parliamentary aspirants. The EC at an inter-party advisory committee on Thursday put the filing fee for presidential aspirants at 50,000 and 10,000 for parliamentary aspirants. The aggrieved parties lament that the 500% increase in the filing fee would limit participation in the democratic process to a privileged few. So what do you make of this increase?
I don't think it is expensive, because if someone wants to put himself for such high office, I require of the person that he should be able to, even if he cannot raise the money himself, he should be able to get other people who support him to raise the money. So if at that point he cannot raise the money, how can we entrust the rest of our resources in his hand? And I think that it will also help reduce the number of people who just wake up out of the blue moon and says that they are going to contest.
Yeah, I also think it is expensive indeed, because if the last time it was not even 50% of what they are asking them to pay now, then indeed it's expensive. Yeah, so the EC, if they could do something about bringing down the EC, then it would be nice.
So what I actually think it's quite expensive, you know, in accordance to what Ghana is, the level Ghana has gotten to right now, it's really expensive. I think they should try to reduce the price, you know, so that more people can.
And now we can have some Facebook comments.
Indeed, interesting comments coming from this topic. Favor Adesanya says, it's too bad. I'm sure it's targeted at the smaller parties. It's really bad. Is EC now a company? Price hikes and all that. Or the Mahama economy is also affecting the EC. And Strebo Enjoyer Ike says, it's too much. We those having dreams in politics, dear. EC, consider it now before I stand for Kwewu Afram Plains South constituency in 2020. That's from Strebo Ike. And Prince Nuruddin Baumia says, in fact, the filing fees proposed by the EC is too high. Are they hoping to amass profit? Really don't understand what you mean by that, Prince. Boogies in Ajay says, I laugh enter someone's bedroom. It's very fine pa now. Kum Chacha. Okay, I really don't get the link between that and the EC filing fees. Okay, Kwesi Boating Ayepa says, nice move. At least it will keep the likes of Ekwadonko and Odike out of the race. Ghana needs to be taken serious. And those are some of the comments.
This is coming from Shadow Walker from Mankesim. He says, I love what you guys are doing, but I think you should bring the interviews down here a bit. I mean, Central Region places away from the national capital. Good job, though. Yes, Shadow, we're planning to bring it to your doorstep, wherever you are. But for now, I think you can contribute via WhatsApp and Facebook until the train gets to your region. Thanks so much for the compliments. And this one, he didn't add his name. He says, political parties should bargain. Everything skyrocketed. Ghana pa. And this is coming from you, Nana Oforiwa from Cape Coast. She says, God bless the stomach that gave birth to Dr. Baumia. You're too knowledgeable. You have proven that Ghana will work again under you and Nanado. You're still talking about previous issue. We've moved on. And this one is from Isaac Nkoko. It says, Mahama will lose election through that comment about teachers' allowance. That's not what we are discussing today. Please stick to the issues. And Berima Kwabaji from Jini Jini says, though the filing fees are on the high side, I'm utterly shocked that the MPP is complaining when indeed they have monies to give to the likes of Lucky Mensa. If you go out raising funds for musicians and can't get to file, then why do you exist as a political party? It's all the smaller parties, Berima Kwabaji, who are complaining, not only MPP, even the smaller parties are complaining. So it's an opposition party complaint. And even the opposition party hasn't really, it's rather the smaller parties who are making the most noise. And yes, I'm told that Sanayariga's APC is also complaining.
No, actually, they're not complaining. Hassan Ayaraga's APC says that they're in the position to pay and that they don't feel that it's on the high side at all.
Okay, so
they are more than ready to pay.
They are more than ready
Exactly.
to pay. And so they are on the ruling party side, but the other political opposition parties are complaining. And Roxanne from Takrady says, Aisha, don't you agree with the economist Dr. Baumia? Ghana needs MPP to salvage us. Don't drag me into it. I have my opinions. Okay, so those are some of the issues. And Berima Kwabaji again says the economy now is not the one that goes for Eurobond to pay salaries. It's not the type that had to sell state assets to be able to pay salaries. This is not the economy where we do redenomination and bring monies that was never used. Hey, Berima Kwabaji, right? So finally, the week has ended so quick, and I'm interested in the goals you set for yourself for this week and what your biggest achievement has been as the week wraps up.
The biggest achievement for me regarding work is the fact that we are on course to complete our projects. Yeah, so I'm receiving that has been my biggest achievement.
Biggest achievement is finish my assignments before the end of the week. So next week I'll have to do something new and not going back to what I started this week. That's the biggest achievement.
I was supposed to organize a briefing and just one person had confirmed he would come in, but I ended up getting 5 people. So that's my biggest achievement.
All right, so let's see some of the messages coming on Facebook.
Indeed, Aisha. And Sirbo Ike says, my biggest achievement is graduating with an MBA in public administration and governance. Well, congratulations to you, Sirbo. Muntari Thinker Osman says, buying all textbooks for my kids. That's good. Ekrugo Stephen Akeke says, I'm still thinking. I hope I'm still within time. Yes, just have a few more minutes. Sirbo Ike again says, Aisha, clap for me, a boy from Mami Kroboku, from Plains.
As a clap for him.
Yes, exactly. And Papa Becca Onchi says, his biggest achievement this week is to propose to a girl he has chased for a very long time. Well, I wish you all the best and all the luck
in that endeavor.
Exactly.
And Zakar Ibrahim says, my biggest achievement this week is that Allah has seen me through the week. And this one you didn't add your name. It says, my achievement is paying my wards school fees. Congrats. And Papa Tiku from Kufrija says, my biggest achievement this week is having had a great birthday today. Hooray. Okay, happy birthday to you, Papa Tiku. And this one, you just said wow, and I don't know what that means. This is coming from Freeman from Agogo. He says, my biggest achievement was to read and make grade A for my exams, and I'm making it. Okay, Freeman, congratulations. We share in your joy. And Mohammed Adnan from Salaga says, the biggest achievement is my brother's wedding, which ended successfully. Congrats to your brother. And now time to check our trending picture. This picture tells a story of a driver who depended on Google Map for direction to, for his customer to drop somebody. Let's check it out.
The driver was following Google Map. Oh yeah, Belle.
This driver be too much.